Let's go.
Okay, welcome everyone to another edition of Dungeons and Dragons: The NerdTots in our main campaign, Rods of Dominion. We're going to do a quick recap and just kind of pick up exactly where we left off. So in our last session, we had fought a giant ogre demon creature. Ended up killing it. Everyone's a little weak. Jay ended up getting knocked out at one point. Our newest guy, Jim Jar, ended up getting the killing blow and finishing the Tanaruk off, and a very interesting thing happened where Inglis got decimated and his bones just kind of shattered and flew all over the place. A couple of people noticed that. Whether that comes up again or not, we'll see. And a really interesting thing happened with the fight. Our character Harvey ended up jumping up on top, rodeo style, on the Tanaruk and was like landing some pretty clean shots on it while he was up there. After the battle, looted, found a little bit of food, gold, and it looks like Drax ended up cutting the coin purse for Harvey, and that's pretty much where we left off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I got a rod.
Oh yeah, thank you.
That's
right.
First rod.
There was a really weird rod looking thing that the creature was carrying, and I don't think our characters have had a chance to examine that yet. So, all right, let's get started off. What do you guys want to do?
Well, the gold just dropped, right?
Yeah, it is spilled. You hear it tinkling across the ground.
So
I noticed
this big as he's sitting on the mound of food.
Drax starts kicking it everywhere.
Wait, no. Are you guys close enough where you can touch it?
Drax is.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm watching. Drax is next. I'm controlling Jay's character today because Jay's not here. So Drax kicks the gold everywhere.
I mean, that's what Drax would do.
So is my back turned
100%.
at this moment, or am I facing Drax?
I mean,
He started kicking the goal. What are you
you hear it
doing?
on the floor, so it's not
I
like
just
it's a
imagine
secret
him out.
anymore.
Stupid birds.
So like, I'm just gonna turn like, what are you doing? What really? What are you thinking about right now?
The look on your face is all I need. As he's still kicking gold.
Hey, bring someone over here. I might be able to buy some food off me.
So
Deal. He kicks some gold Jim Jar's way.
can I like do like a blow or something to like push him back, or like?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to attack him, yeah.
Yep, I'm going to attack. Let's see. All right, I've used up all my. I'm gonna do an unarmed strike, and then I'm gonna use my draconic discipline of unarmed attacks, which allows me to add an elemental ability. So I'm gonna do cold to my unarmed strike.
Okay.
So it's a +7 for my unarmed. I'm gonna roll that. That is a 22.
Oh, that's definitely a hit, yeah, for his AC.
Mm-hmm. And then it's a 1d4 + 5. That is a 9.
All right.
How many hit points does he have left?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna help.
He was at 1 health.
I'm gonna help.
We stabilized him.
I'm gonna pull up his character sheet so I can just kind of help you run
Wait,
it.
what's his total HP?
I don't know, but he was only at 1 because we stabilized him and bring it back up.
I forgot about that.
No, are we gonna have his character die? Like, in the
Well,
last
if
year?
it's
He wouldn't
No,
die from 9 health.
no.
from 9 points of damage.
No, it will be 8 over.
Oh yeah,
So his health would have to be
It's
like
way over.
16.
He
He
never
was at
tracked.
negative 18 before,
He
something
never
like that.
tracked his HP from that, so I have to adjust it now. So we're saying he was at 1.
He was at 1 because we had just stabilized and brought him back up. But no
Oh
one
my
used
God.
any potions.
That would.
Hilarious stuff.
33. All right, so he just took how much damage?
9.
He took 9 damage. I mean, technically, I do have a bonus attack.
All right. Okay, so he's unconscious at this point. So he was barely conscious, barely, because he got picked up from the fight. He decided to slash your coin purse and then said, "Fuck your coins," and then started kicking them around, and then gets knocked out in the back of the head from one of your punches. And here's the best part. So he gets hit, and he just like a sack of potatoes just falls straight forward, flat onto the ground.
He lived in fall stiffens.
And he's laying there. Now, I'm assuming, obviously, you tell me what you want to do. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to, but I'm assuming that you, with this blow putting him below his HP, you have the choice to have it be a killing blow and he has to go through death saves, or it to be like an unconscious, like knockout blow.
I'm not gonna do a killing blow.
Okay.
But I am gonna turn to everybody else. I'll be like, "That's twice."
And as you say that, everyone looks at him and his body's just laying there and he's just completely out. I mean, like stiff. Like you see dudes getting knocked out. Like he's done.
Great job. You beat a half dead man.
All right, so he's out.
So, getting some of that money or not? I'm just trying to establish.
Oh, it's up for grabs. It's everywhere.
I've got a lot of food I got to guard. It's gonna have to kind of be thrown at me.
Jim, don't forget, we still have our negotiation agreement.
We do. I'm just saying.
And as I'm saying that, I'm going through Jay's body to pick up his coin purse so I can stuff the gold back into it because mine is now torn asunder. So I'm just going to use his coin purse to gather my gold. Does that mean I get his gold too?
If you keep it on you, I guess.
I mean,
Because technically, if he was unconscious, you would still have that
did he
thing,
keep
right?
track of his gold in here?
He had 10 gold.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, I mean, what do you?
I mean, I don't think he had pockets.
Right. Well, I think there was like 200 gold that was on the floor there.
Yeah, I had the majority of the gold for the team.
Well, there was 200 gold. Now it's everywhere.
Well, are you gonna pick it up or what?
No, I'm gonna pick it. That's what I was saying. I'm taking his coin purse so I can pick it back up.
Okay, so add the 10 gold to your
200.
to your deal.
Yeah.
Sure, you're not gonna grab any of the
Oh,
gold?
he actually has.
My currency showed I had like 200.
He's got 42 gold.
Oh, okay.
So if
Yeah.
you're picking all that up, we will go ahead and remove that 42.
I had 185 gold, 200 silver. That's what I had.
And
Yeah.
I'm even going to keep notes on his thing.
How much of that did he lose from it being kicked around before he punched?
I wouldn't say it's lost. I mean, if you're wanting to spend a few minutes like going around and finding it, it's not going to be difficult.
Okay. I mean, I can. Well, first let me add in Jay's, which was what 42.
And I throw a globe of darkness just where the coins went to make it really hard.
That's a spell slot, right?
Did you use up all your spell
Yeah,
slots?
I want to
during the battle.
really quick. I want to remind you guys that we had our discussion and we're kind of going with the gritty realism thing.
Yes.
So
Oh, I know about that.
So,
I haven't
a
forgotten.
long rest is an entire week, and a short rest
Oh, wait.
is an 8-hour.
shit.
So you're not going to
Oh,
be able to
shit.
do a long rest unless you find like
That's
a way
right. That's right. We're not going to be able to do.
to.
Ooh. Okay.
You might want to hold on to
Oh,
Hey.
damn.
Hey guys, listen. We've been going at it pretty hard, and Stool said something about we're 20-something days away. We just kind of
Yeah.
got our butts kicked, and now this guy's laying on the floor. I
it.
guess.
He's getting some rest.
So he not for nothing. I mean, I feel like I could knock myself out, but you know, eat a little bit, get a food coma. You guys want to break this up? I mean, we've got water, we've got food, you cleared the area. You guys want to
Yeah.
take some time, make a plan? What's up?
I'm good with it. I got Drax's how much gold?
42 gold.
42
Yeah.
gold. I got my water. I got my food. I'm willing to. We should take shifts.
I mean, we
to rest.
definitely can. We can bunker in that one area. That way, it's only one entrance you have to guard. And yeah, we can take shifts and at least get some semblance of a rest.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys going to do a short rest?
Yeah. Well, a long rest is gonna take like a week.
Short rest is what, 8 hours.
So
I can put Ingress on guard, and that way everyone can get the benefit of that short rest.
You guys could try to do a long rest out in the wilderness. I would just say it's going to dramatically increase your chances
Of getting caught.
A fight, caught, whatever, and it would not be.
If we did
it'll
if
be
we
a
did
little
one
bit
short
difficult.
rest every day throughout the week, would that equal up to a long rest at some point?
I don't think that's how that works.
But yeah, we can do. I can put Ingress as guard, and you guys. That way, everyone can actually benefit from a short rest.
What does a short rest give me? I've never done it. I'm still a bit of a noob, guys.
No, that's
You are
okay.
good.
There's a way to automatically. So if you hit your character icon, it'll say long rest or short rest, and you can actually. It'll just auto sync whatever you have for it.
So
I
that
don't know what it actually does.
I burned out my 2 things because I did not know about the long rest before.
And
So
thankfully, I was using cantrips during that last freaking battle.
I didn't know about the unarmed strike. So I burned out my 2 Breath of the Dragons. So, but I mean, my unarmed strike is actually better. It works for me.
So during a short rest, it's just a way for us to get hit die back if we're low.
Yeah, it's a quick way of recuperating.
Well, Jim Jar's at max.
Same with mine. Why do you keep doing that?
My guy's not. I'm gonna need a short rest regardless.
All right. So
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'll put Ingress on duty on
how
guard.
how many rations do I have? Do you remember? 'Cause we never added it from the last one.
We did not.
And I remember us finding like
You
40.
had like 30 something, or like
yeah, it was
ridiculously
enough to
high.
give everyone enough. If I divvied it up evenly, it would give everyone
I think you're
enough.
at like 24, and then we just picked up another like 6 or 8 from that.
And we,
No, there was each 6 or 8, which had like it was 40. It was like a lot.
And we were
it was
never-
enough to get us like 10 days.
Gotcha.
I was in no negotiating for like some extra ones beyond
Right.
the 10 days.
If I divvied it up evenly, which I wasn't going to, it would give us all like 10 days or 15 days. It was something like that.
I do need to mark off my sorcery point though.
Yeah, we'll say you harvested 40, and how many did you have
I
before?
already had like, let me see.
25
You
or
really
something
had
like that?
like 12
We'll say,
maybe.
just for the sake of just keeping this moving, we'll say you got 65.
All right, 65.
And
Yeah. It was like insanely high like that. Yeah.
and roundabouts, what did you have, Harvey?
I burned out most of my rations helping Jay,
Gotcha.
oddly enough, and so I was down to
Do
one.
you regret that decision, by the way?
Absolutely, 100% regret. I kept him going, and that's how we got to this point. And so I do regret giving him all those rations just for him to like do that to me again. And that's why I ended up negotiating with Jim Jar.
Yeah.
Okay,
in the
so
first
Jim
place.
Jar's basically the
Oh yeah, I'm the king right now.
king
I'm sitting-
dingaling when it
Yeah.
comes to rations.
So, quick question:
Yes, sir.
as far as how many rations would it take for us if we were to go the entire 20 days to get to the spiderweb cave thing?
Well, keep in mind, so Stool had mentioned that there was a shortcut you could take.
The
through
Silken
a place
Road.
called the Silken Paths.
So
I would say that would cut your journey in half, so you really only have to worry about like a 10-day kind of journey to get
And how many rations per? Is one ration per day? or-
one ration
Yeah.
per day if you want to avoid exhaustion.
And how many characters are we feeding?
We're gonna say the NPCs that are with you guys are natives to the Underdark. So just to again make things simpler, they're gonna be able to kind of forage their way through as they're going. So you really only need to worry about your core group.
Well, except
Yeah.
for Darendil, he wasn't native. He was topside, right?
That's true. So yeah, we'll say that you guys are responsible for the 4 of you, and then Prince Darendil.
Okay. So,
Got it. Cool.
spot mark.
So I have technically.
So 5, yeah.
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 All right.
So that's 8.
Which I have
if
2
you
rations.
if you divide out your 40 rations amongst the 5
He's
of
got
us,
65 actually.
65. If you divide that out, you have enough to support the 5 of us for
13 days.
13 days. Yeah.
Good. You guys are set on rations then. That's really good news.
I got a couple extra because I got a deal going on with him.
So-
we're at the terms.
So what do you want? What do you want?
What do I want the rations?
Yeah, so what are you talking about here?
Like listen, what are you looking for?
Well, let's see here. Since, let's face it, down here, that gold isn't really going to do you any good. So, how about you've got about 200 gold, about 200 pieces there. We have about a 10-day journey. How about $25 per day? 25 gold pieces per day.
So you want all the gold I have?
But, yeah, hey, listen, the supply demand. You know how it is. Make me a deal. My going rate is 25 right now.
25. Okay, so that's going to add up to being 250, and I don't even have 250 in gold.
Ooh, okay, well, we can put some on credit.
Now,
Yeah.
keep in mind, we still have a deal going on as well. So once we get to those silken paths,
I
there
do.
needs to be rations. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste spells on you.
I completely understand.
So how about this?
How about I'll make you, make me an offer that's not necessarily 25. Go for it.
Let's go with 7 a day.
10. I don't like math. It's 7's hard.
That's that. You know what? That's fair.
An even number.
Yes.
It's an even number.
All right. So 10 times 10 is 100 gold. Pass it on over
All right.
first,
Absolutely.
because I will just take a poo on your rations if you don't. I'm sitting on it.
I think a chocolate bar was mine.
So I'm gonna reduce my number of from the by 100 right now. So
So from 65, I'm going
you
to
can witness.
55,
I just reduced it.
Okay.
and I get 100
All
gold.
right, you get 100.
100. Yes. Oh, that just feels good.
Now,
10 rations.
anyone who needs to recover hit points, you can expend hit die, and with you guys being at level 4, you should be able to spend 4 of them, I believe.
Okay, so
I'm at max HP, so I'm not going to spend any.
Hey,
Okay.
But I will have, just so we know, I'll have English is just going to stay on watch, just watching the cave.
Okay.
hey, how much did the Sleeping Beauty, how much did he have on him?
45. That was incorporated into my numbers.
Hand it over. He's going to eventually need to eat too. You might as well pay his, right?
Wait, that wasn't part of the deal. Right?
No, I gave you 10 for you.
That's right.
Yeah. You just want him to starve?
That's something we can come to that when it comes to it. Right now he's sleeping. He's not worried about eating just yet.
All right, just, figured you were the one in control of his, purse, so, all right.
Wait, he might find some rations. I don't know. At that time, if it comes to it, I will give you his portion.
Okie dokie.
Okay, and then
Why don't you go ahead and take your 10. Bones over there doesn't seem like he needs anything, so.
Nope, he doesn't need to eat.
So go ahead and take your 10. So I'm gonna go from 65 to 55 to 45. I'm not sitting on 45 rations. Hey, Prince boy, come on over here.
It's not letting me edit my rations.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Listen, you weren't really helping out too much back there in that fight. You know, you're gonna have to step up your game a little bit.
I'm not a fighter. I'm a leader.
Yeah, well,
My kingdom. I
you normally rage out or something.
have people that fight for me.
Oh, I'm just saying. You're coming along for the ride. You're gonna have to eventually do something. What? Is there anything that you could help us with? Anything that you know about this rod that this guy found or anything?
Did make a deal to provide everyone equipment, riches, food,
Oh, no,
shelter when
totally.
they get to the surface.
Yeah, that's
in
totally.
exchange
yeah,
for getting me.
Yeah, but you know, they're just kind of feeling like, what have you done for me lately?
I will think on it.
Okay, here's a ration for now, because I know you gotta be hungry, and I don't want your highness to feel, you know, we gotta rest. So here you go.
Gold matters to you, yes?
Of course it does.
I pledge to you on my kingdom 10,000 gold.
Wow.
Wow. Hey,
Gee.
my price just went up.
I don't have a kingdom.
Well, okay, here you go.
You help and provide support, protection through the surface. Not only will you get 10,000, but if I don't sustain injuries, and I'm able to, I will grant you land as well.
Dringo, what's your kingdom? What's your kingdom?
It's an elven kingdom on the surface.
Right. What's its name?
Silvery moon.
Okay.
Are you gonna, like, you know, check to see if he's lying or something?
Whether he lies, and I have made no deals with him. I have no cares if he's lying.
No,
That's your deal.
Silvery Moon. Copy that. All right, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good deal, little one.
All right, and you're
Down
saying
to 35 rations.
this is a question for the DM. So you're saying for our short rest we can roll a hit die?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll
So-
I mean, you should have 4 hit die that you can roll based on your class.
Yeah. So just go to short rest under your little portrait in D&D Beyond, and it will tell you what your hit die is. So I can do 4 1d6 plus 2s for my height.
Oh, I can do 4 1d8s. Okay, plus 3. So I gotta click all 4.
I am over carrying capacity.
You are.
I am.
Interesting. By how much?
By almost 10 pounds. But I can have Ingress hold some.
Yeah, we'll, I don't know how we would solve that.
That really didn't do anything for me.
D&D Beyond, but for now, we can just ignore
I'll just
whatever,
mentally note it.
yeah, whatever penalties you get from that, we'll just ignore for now. And we'll say that,
Wow, sorry, I realized I did put them in there last time. I was at 81 rations, not 65.
oh shit.
Oh, you still have ones to go. Way
Nice.
to negotiate.
Way to keep track, too. Are we going to have Drax use any?
Yeah, we'll have him use whatever he needs to try and get as close to
little
full as
Ginger is
possible.
carrying
Say he's gonna do all
152
4 of
pounds.
them, and they're D10s. I can just roll here, actually. I'll roll 4.
I just took away
D10 times 4.
20, 30.
Listen to those
Oh.
die rolls.
Damn, you rolled a 0? Oh, no, that's a 10.
4,
All right, 26, and it's plus 4 on each one, so... Oh, so he's max health.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
So I rolled my 4 d8s plus 3. I got 24. That puts me at full HP.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sorry.
And when we get those hit die back, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I can't edit down here, so it's still not letting me figure out how to edit the 81 down. Because right now it's saying I'm carrying 162 pounds, which I luckily dropped some of those, but...
Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Maybe I can help with that.
So far I've dropped 30 of them, so...
I have a spell.
That was spell.
Isn't it the Dragon Breath, or does that take key?
Oh, no. I have a spell.
Okay.
No, it's blink.
Oh, the teleporting
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Ah, bueno.
Yeah. He gets that because he's got, Unis.
I did not.
Oh, the rock. They give us powers?
They give bonuses to abilities.
Yeah.
And also,
So
in
if
some
I
cases, spells.
End of each of my turns for the duration of the spell. So for the duration of the spell, I have to roll a d20 at the end of each of my turn. On a roll of 11 or higher, I vanish from my current plane of existence and appear in an ethereal plane. The spell fails. The casting is wasted if you were already on that plane. At the start of your next turn, when the spell ends, if you are on the ethereal plane, you return to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of the space you vanished from.
You're teleporting.
Yeah. Do I have to do this no matter what turn? Or can I choose what turn I can do this on?
It says at the end of every turn.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, just to clarify.
What's the duration?
1 minute.
Okay, so like in combat, that's like 10
On the
rounds.
end of each of your turns. So yeah, so once you activate it, at the end of each of your turn, you have to roll the die, and depending on what you get, it
So
will
that's
blink
if
in
I
and out.
activate it.
If you activate it, correct.
Okay. So if I'm in a bad spot, I could be like, blink!
Oh yeah, those
But
rations
you
are
could
taking
fail
up
that roll
so
and not
much.
blink anywhere.
All right, so where are you supposed to be at right now?
Well, now I'm supposed to be at 51.
Okay, I can adjust that for you.
But if I'm in the ethereal plane, I can still see what was in the regular plane. And,
Technically,
and
once Drax
Everything's in the
comes
shades
to
of
back,
gray.
I'll probably make a negotiation
move
to drop
like
another
60
10, so I'll be
feet
down
away.
to 41. But
Okay.
I'm still king of the ration.
No, you are.
You're also going to be, what are the conditions from that?
I don't know. It doesn't say that I'm overweight.
How do you know if you're overweight?
Well,
It'll tell you on your equipment stuff.
my walking speed.
My weight is up to 70
Over,
pounds.
yeah,
I'm
it says,
covered
oh yeah,
so
it does.
far.
It does say overcarrying
The
capacity.
carrying capacity only 70.
No.
We may not have the
Or it's at
encumberment.
70.
It would be encumberment.
I'm
It
at
may not
70
be
right now, and
It
it's
may not be
still not
activated right now.
I think
So I can carry
because technically it is because I think I moved more than 25 feet.
strong bird.
I think I moved 30 and it got me down to 25.
Oh, that might be
I
why.
got my cops.
Well, you know what? We can test it real quick. Let me do this. You've got 51 rations. I'm going to take them off real quick. Remove. And no, your speed is still at 25.
Oh,
You're no longer encumbered. So I'm going to put them back. You know, let's do this just to keep it moving. We're not going to worry about the encumberment right now. So
I mean,
I'm
you can
just
always
going
give
to
that gold back.
I'm going to
I
put those
carry it,
51 rations back for you, and then we're
moving.
good.
He's like, no, I'm unencumbered. I was not encumbered with that much gold, and I'm still unencumbered. Hell yeah. Strong bird right here. He's gonna be
Just
my
have
guy.
nothing to carry.
I got plenty to carry.
All little bird-sized stuff.
guys, just in within 15 minutes, I made 10,200 something gold.
Technically, you have an IOU for 10,000.
Credit's credit.
All right, you've got your 51 rations
So that
back.
credit don't hold up.
In Jim Jar's eyes, he's like,
Okay, and what we're doing now is, has everyone taken care of their hit die? We've done
Yeah.
all of our negotiations, deals, and everything.
Yep.
We're gonna move into like covering the short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I technically already marked my short rest. I probably shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Even if you guys get interrupted with a fight, like we'll still say you got the benefits of it. You just have a fight
Okay.
right there. Let us see.
I had to still roll my die in order to get the health. Well, your health is already there, but
I'll just hit short rest anyways.
yeah.
All right, so you guys end up hunkering down in the corner here, and you've got Ingress out front. He's basically covering watch the entire time. That's perfect. In fact, is that the only preparation that you guys have done for camping?
I mean, yeah, I guess all we do is we hold up in there in that little side cavern.
Okay.
So we're all in here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have
Good.
to pay for insurance.
Not put English like right there. He's not like all the way out, but he's like underneath that path.
And
Did we start a
we filled,
campfire?
we already filled our water rations. We're good. So, what would you say the temperature was in there? I don't think it was hot or cold. I think it was pretty.
It's actually pretty mild. The fact that you've got running water coming through here is kind of like stabilize the temperature. It's actually pretty comfortable. The sound of the water, in fact, the waterfall is very comforting, kind of like a white noise for everybody, which makes sleeping very, very easy to do. The good news is, despite the fact that this is a source of water and highly contested in the Underdark, you guys actually don't end up encountering anything over the night. Ingra stands watch, and this, as you guys wake up, he reports to you however he does, and just informs that there was nothing that happened, nothing came by. It's a pretty peaceful rest.
So,
Alright.
so when you guys all wake up, you see just kind of Ingress turn to me, and he just kind of like, and I just look at him like, and that's our whole interaction.
Okay.
I'm full. I'm rested. I'm rich. What's next, guys?
I want to. You said there's crystals lighting up this cave, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Providing
I-
like a dim light, yeah.
I have both a crowbar and a hammer. Can I break off a small chunk of crystal? And if so, does it still glow?
Yes and yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there won't be a roll for that
So-
because some of it's kind of fragile, so it's a little bit dimmer breaking off the piece because it's not part of the hole anymore. But yeah, it'll provide dim light. We'll say
Okay.
like a 15-foot radius.
So once I have it, I have a holy symbol as well. I'm assuming it's like probably like a necklace or something, or like some kind of pendant thing.
Yeah, whatever you want it to be.
I'm gonna take whatever necklace holder that's on it, and I'm gonna wrap it around the stone, and I'm gonna pass it to you. I'm gonna wear this on your neck, this hopefully will help in dark places.
Thank
Because if you
you.
can't see, you ain't gonna be helpful to me.
Thank you so very much right now.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
So ain't that sweet?
Yeah.
It's just
Get a
another,
charge
it's just
for
another
it.
capable body
So-
to cover me.
just remember, anytime that we're in like an actual like dark area, you're gonna have vision, clear vision, 15 feet, and then we'll say out to 25 feet, you can see shadow.
That's fine, as long as I'm not in complete darkness.
Yeah.
Has a reason.
However, I will also point out that being a light source can also potentially attract the denizens of the Underdark to you. So
Damn you.
Just
wear
hide
it,
it under your clothes.
wear it with
Caution.
caution, and maybe only pull it out when you need to. Just saying.
Okay.
Something to consider.
All right.
There we go.
Um,
That should help.
what I'm gonna do, instead of using my water bag, my water skin, I'm gonna go back to the water, get a fresh, drink of water for my day, so that way, I don't use up my supply that I have. And then I'm gonna say, okay, so do we know where we're gonna go from here?
Stool says something about webs and spiders.
Yeah, silken path is what he said. He
And
said he's gonna give us a shortcut. So said it might be dangerous, but it's fastest route.
Look, guys, I've been
It-
down here pretty much, my whole life, and I'm really not for it. I want to get out of here. So if that's the shortcut, I'm down.
It is gonna take a couple miles, or miles of time.
Couple of days.
Stool sends out some more spores to kind of, make sure everyone can continue to, the whole group can continue to communicate, mainly to tell you guys that the entrance to the Silken Paths is maybe 4 days from where we are now.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Something
you
like
said,
that.
how many days would it take to cross the Silken Path?
Maybe a day.
Okay.
It is,
That's a big shortcut.
it is a big shortcut, but there are potential dangers. And I feel that the risk will definitely be worth the reward.
Do you remember what in particular are the dangers? Just refresh us on that.
Well,
He said spiders.
called the
last
Silken Paths, so there is a potential that there are spiders and other things there.
Okay.
It's not like they're making roads.
No, this is true. Are they drawn to light?
Spiders drawn to light? And anything in the Underdark is drawn to light.
Oh shit. Okay.
Drax goes, put him in the front. Your spirit lives on, Jay.
Okay.
Obviously recovered from his short rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say, okay, as I'm not a big spider fan, especially when they're bigger than me. I'm assuming they're bigger than me. Is that right,
bigger than
Stool?
a bird.
Everything's bigger than you.
This is true.
Stool actually says that. Everything's bigger than you.
It's a fair point.
Been hanging out with
Um,
Drax too much.
But I have to agree. Like, us being down here is a much bigger risk right now. So we should power through.
So yeah, let's get up and let's start the journey in case something decides it wants to now make this cave its home. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you guys are going to travel and make your way through.
Are we rushing or are we
Let's-
taking a casual walk?
Yeah, let's talk
Casual
about
walk.
Casual?
so
casual.
slow.
What do you say,
Not
Ginger?
Slow,
slow.
normal, or fast?
Normal.
Normal. Okay.
Normal.
All right.
Yeah. We're not sneaky. We're just going on a nice leisurely, but being cautious.
Okay.
Damn.
Slow, I meant slow.
Slow that down.
Okay. So at this point, Drax has 10 rations. Anyone who doesn't have rations, I'm not sure how many you had. Are you going to try to forage or?
Well, I had 7 by myself before he gave me 10. So
Yeah, I had a cane shroom. He gave me 10
So
rations.
everyone's good on rations. Then.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys actually don't even need to spend any time. Oh, all right. That means I need to take something off of that. Okay, so you guys don't need to spend any time foraging.
that's right. You take
Which-
back that roll.
Thankfully, means that you're not. You make this 4-day trip pretty uneventfully. You don't spend any time doing short rests like an overnight thing, but you do stop to take occasional breaks, so you're not exhausted or anything. The actual leg of the journey that you guys have been doing, the caverns that you've been traveling through and the caves themselves, like the tunnels, everything has become larger in size. So tunnels that may have been like 15 feet wide before are now 40, and the caverns, the large ones that you come into, you can no longer see the sides, the bottoms, or anything. Just the path, just the path that you're on.
Okay.
And it's also gotten a little bit darker. You're running into less of the bioluminescent fungus and crystals and things of that nature. So it does make it a little bit harder to see. we'll say that you've taken your thing out on some of the difficult parts, just so that way you guys aren't tripped up. But overall, the entire 4 days of the journey is pretty uneventful, and then you come to another large opening. However, this one definitely feels different. You can feel a much stronger draft of air kind of like blowing through this cavern system that you're in. And as you do, you can see that there are small little bits of light given off, enough to illuminate and show you that there's a huge expanse of maybe 4,000 to 6,000 feet ahead of you that is a cavern that stretches for what you can only assume are miles in either direction. And covering across this 4,000 foot gap are huge, thick, and also thin strands of spider silk.
How big are these spiders?
Crisscrossing and interweaving, and some of them are so big that 2 people could stand on them and walk across them. Some are very small. It's just a huge spider web of spider webs. As you see this and approach it, you can see 2 figures on one of the thicker ropes of spider silk, and it looks like they're almost like surfing as they're making their way towards you. And as they get closer, you can see, you can't see, but the ones who have dark vision can see that they are actually kind of like surfing on these webs. They've got some sort of like sticky or greasy substance on their feet. They're goblins, and they basically, the 2 of them make their way down to you, jump off, and then say, "Well, looks like we have some customers. I'm assuming you want to cross the Silken Paths today."
Exactly like you cross it, please.
We're experts. I don't know that you can necessarily do it this way. However, for a price, we can navigate and get you across in a fairly reasonable time, maybe a day.
Yeah, but how do you avoid calling the big guys?
Yes, well, that is part of the experience that we offer as well. We know where the big guys are. We know where most of the monsters and horrible things down here are, and we can help you easily avoid them.
Huh. Give me a minute.
Guys,
Certainly.
that was
Now,
cool as shit.
The one that was talking, is the shorter one. His ears are a little bit droopy, and the taller one, who, I mean, they're goblins. They kind of resemble each other, but they look like they could be siblings. The taller one, just to help you guys, there's a taller one. His ears are a little bit pointier. The shorter one, his ears are a little bit droopier.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Droopy and pointy.
Droopy and pointy. That was my nickname in high school.
Guys, that guy was cool.
Still do the thing.
Oh, stool.
Still, yes. Do the thing. Oh.
Only for us, not them.
Guys, that's cool as shit, right?
Don't know. That was totally cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember this one dude. He was like lost in the jungle, and he was going through the trees like that. It was like really cool, and yeah, it was awesome. But
Don't get caught up in this the fantasticness. I mean, I could surf too.
what?
The winds.
Oh boy.
Oh my
At this point, Stool speaks up and says, I've heard stories of goblins that actually help people cross the Silken Paths for a fee.
Web
Is there
shredders.
any way that you can tap into
They're
their
referred
remote?
to they're referred to as the web runners.
Oh, so cool.
You were thinking
I said web shredders.
surfers. Oh, web
Web
shredders.
shredders. Yeah.
I was
So
gonna
is
say
there
web
any
surfers.
way? I mean, like, is there any
Surfers
way
of
of
the
like
web.
tapping in to make sure that they're not gonna like get us halfway across and just drop us?
Have
Do
you
they
ever
have-
heard
do
of
they
them
have
doing
paid?
like stuff like that where they just like hustle us?
I've only heard stories that they are what they say they are. Whether they
Right.
swindle people or not is another story.
I'm gonna say that whatever their deal is, it's got to be half and half, because there's no way in hell that we can be lost halfway through this thing.
You think it's just those 2? Or do you think they have others?
Oh, come on! You always show a front. You never show all your cards.
I'm interested in that the grease that they use, because if we can get a hold of that, at least we can maintain that we don't get stuck on the web.
All right. So we need a little bit of the grease, and we need a guide. Is that what we're looking for? Half now, half later, kind of a deal.
Yeah, that would work for me.
I mean, fair. It seems.
If they can get us across safely.
Let's find out what surf fee. If it's reasonable, cool. If it's not reasonable, maybe we can negotiate.
All right. I'm cool with that.
And Drax goes, Goblin!
What's the price? Well, assuming we don't run into anything and we can live up to our promise to avoid any nasty surprises, we could have you across on the other side within as short as a day, as long as 2 days. It really depends on what we may have to do to maneuver around things, but 2 days at the most. As far as the price is concerned, we typically charge 2 gold pieces per day.
2 gold per day.
2 gold per day.
Hold on.
Now-
Is it 2 gold?
There's
2 gold
more.
per day.
Yeah, I
Now,
know.
if
I know
we're-
what he's getting at. Go ahead.
All right.
Tim Dry ass.
But
There-
that was telepathically though.
There are
That's what that-
occasions where we may find something in our travels, and if we do, we get a share of that as well.
Oh, you
Okay.
mean the winnings of the spoils?
If we come across anything, we've done this before for other people, and we've found trinkets and knickknacks, and sometimes some gold and potions, any number of things. Whatever we come across, part of the deal, we get a share.
All right. So let me ask this question. That slickery stuff that you guys had, can we get a little some of that when we get to the other side, just in case?
Absolutely. And he reaches down to his side, and he's got a gourd that's got a stopper in the bottom or in the top of it that he shows you as the grease. They're going to take, at this point, they're going to take a few minutes to just kind of explain to you the mechanics, where they basically use that just as a way to enable them to surf. It does not keep them from sticking to the webs. It's not something that you have to worry about. It's mainly to just increase their movement speed, not to keep from sticking. But he kind of, as he's explaining that, he suddenly realizes he's giving out some vital information and kind of quickly shuts his mouth.
Okay. So we're still into spores, I'm assuming. So I turned back to the guys. What do you think? The gold per day is spare?
So yeah, this all telepathically. So yeah, if their thing is 2 gold per day, I'm assuming you were gonna ask per head.
Yeah, they just said 2 gold per day.
Right.
so-
Yeah.
So it's 2 gold per day. We're fine with that.
Yeah.
And the end, if we gotta take
we
them
don't
out,
want to
we,
clarify per.
No.
listen. If they do try and change the deal, we know what the gourd does and the oil does. Take it, and we continue on our way. We leave them enough to get their way back, but we take it for ourselves.
Okay. So, are you okay with, since we just want to make sure we get across, half now, half when we get there?
We agree that anything found along the way, we get a share of.
Sure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He looks up at his big brother, and his big brother leans down, and he's whispering into his ear.
Can't wait to draw these guys.
Good, yes, good. And the small one says, he rolls his eyes. Okay, that works for him.
Hey, big guy, come here a sec. I want to walk behind and get behind Ingress and kind of hide with behind his clothes. Bing! Pull out 1 gold. Very carefully. Give it to the.
Ingros will grab it, and he'll walk up and just
Hand it out, okay. And he's gonna grab it, look at it, bite it, puts it in his pocket. We have a deal.
Right on.
grease me up, baby.
All right, so they're going to spend a couple of minutes preparing you guys, helping you grease up just a little bit because they don't want you to slip off because that's obviously a potential hazard. As you guys are kind of doing this preparation, you start to feel a little bit of a stronger draft come through for just about a 30-second period, and it dies down just to like what you initially felt and what was normal when
Do
you
the
first
webs
came in.
move?
The webs do move with that, yeah.
So
They
good
kinda
question.
just like a little bit of a wave and then settle again.
For the DM, and now that they're applying this stuff on us, is it on our whole body? Is it just on like our hands?
Just your feet.
Just our feet. Okay, so my concern is like, will it impede my flight? So if it's just on my feet, I should be good.
Cool. So you're just worried about yourself. Got it.
Well, I could be that guy that catches you if you fall. So that's also another thing.
All right.
I'm not strong, but I am quick
And
and
you're small.
Smallest.
small.
You can't catch me. You see how many rations I'm carrying?
It's like, you need me.
I was
And you
unencumbered.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore the weight thing for now because I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to figure that out.
Do the math.
We'll
Get the
address it
abacus.
afterwards.
Get the abacus.
Okay, so in this case, as you guys are prepared, you actually one of them is out in front of you, and that's actually the bigger one. And you learn as they're preparing you guys and giving you just small little tips and like what to do. The bigger one, his name is Spiderbait, and the smaller one is Yuck Yuck. So Spiderbait actually takes the lead and kind of leads you guys out onto one of these bigger strands. As you guys kind of go single file on this, you have Yuck Yuck who's kind of pulling up the rear. And you can immediately tell that they definitely have done this many times, dozens if not hundreds of times. They're picking their way almost absent-mindedly, but at the same time, it's very sure footing. So nothing seems like it's, necessarily too difficult at this point.
Can I talk to Yuck Yuck? Well, go ahead, ask your question.
Oh, I was gonna ask, as they're kind of like helping us navigate, can I take a look and see if I can see why they're picking certain strains to glide across compared to others?
You mean like investigate those strands?
Yeah, like what makes, because obviously they're picking the certain strains they're going across. Like I want to see if there's like a pattern or if there's certain things we could look for in the future if we come across that we could use a similar strategy to help ourselves navigate.
Okay. We will say that's going to be a roll. We're going to say, I want to do investigation instead of perception. And
Okay.
We'll say it's with disadvantage because you're not,
What if I
You're
have English?
preoccupied.
What if I tell English to look out too? All right, disadvantage. The first one was a 4. Second one was a 19. So a total of 7.
Okay, so as you guys are making your way out, you're only maybe like an hour or two into it and haven't gotten very far. And you have noticed that they're being very selective about the strands that they're choosing to lead you on. But so far, the only thing you could tell is it seems like it has more to do with size than anything else. Just the bigger ones maybe make a little bit easier. There have been some occasions where they lead you guys onto smaller ones where you have to kind of like do a little bit of a balancing thing. But that has only happened a couple of times so far into this, hour or two into the journey.
Ooh. You
So
should've
I want to
used
engage
Drac
with
to
Yuck
help
Yuck
you.
a little
Yes.
bit. So Yuck Yuck, let me ask you something.
As you're speaking to him, he's still like, he's just kind of like glancing around and keeping an eye on things.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm kind of it's kind of like I'm not even looking at him. We're kind of walking. I'm just a little in front of him. So Yak Yak, let me ask you something. What kind of spiders? Have you ever like communicated or had a good encounter with these spiders, or were they always bad?
We've never had good encounters with spiders. I don't think anything other than something that eats spiders has good encounters with spiders.
Oh, okay, just and I know this is the same path every time, or you guys just kind of picking it along as you go.
That is a good question. We are being very selective about the path. There are certain strands that we know can sometimes lead to a nest, and we certainly don't want to cause any vibrations on those. We have to also balance that with making sure that the path that we take is as easy as possible for our group, and mainly we want to get that other piece of gold. So
If I happen to say that there might be a third piece of gold in there for you, could you kind of teach me a little bit about this stuff? Because I love spiders.
you love spiders?
Yeah, deep gnomes have been known to communicate with spiders from time to time.
Never heard of that. So you're wanting just extra information on what we're doing?
Yeah, just having a conversation. I mean, we got 2 days, and I'm kind of a chatter.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of summarize this. So as you guys spend like the next like hour, and he's doing like most of the talking, you're just doing prompting questions, and what you basically learn is that the surfing that they do is something that a technique that they've developed, and it's not something that can be taught to a novice. It's something they do themselves. And they're a little bit riskier on the paths that they take when they do that because their speed allows them to outrun anything that they may alert. Another thing, hang on 1 second here, I would say is that one thing he says is to be very careful with fire. He knows, he basically explains, like, I know you're a deep gnome, and you're able to see, however, fire is definitely a bad thing because it can have an entire patch of web just very quickly, and then if you do fall, there's a chance that you may land on some webbing below us, but that'll make it a little bit harder to cross, and more importantly, some of the more hungry things are down below. So you did get a little bit of extra information from that. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I meant to ask, what's the lighting situation right now?
It's dark. So dark meaning that if you want to cross without having to hold on to someone, that you'll have to have your little glow thingy out there, but it is going to increase the chance of something seeing you as well.
I mean, you can kind of keep it between your feathers and use it as a diffusion to kind of
Just hold it in your mouth, and every time you need.
Am I closer to spider bait or yuck yuck right now?
You tell me. Where
Spider
you're
bait's
at
in front, yuck yuck is in back.
Single file.
Yeah.
I'm
You
obviously
could just ride
I'm right in front,
Darren,
I'm right in front of
Huh?
Yuck
You
Yuck.
could just ride the gorilla prince.
No, but I'm more concerned about being able to see.
But I'm saying if you ride him, you don't need to see
No, there's a reason.
until the
I'm-
time comes.
there's-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that.
I mean, just close your eyes and put your face in his fur.
No, that's doesn't work from that character.
Oh, from the
Yeah. Oh, you forgot.
From the
Damn it.
I I thought that expired.
It expired. Well, it expired, but you also said if I go back into it, I can have a higher likelihood of it being more.
You said the fear was gone, but he still had a point of madness.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So, let me say I'm gonna stay close to Jim Jar because he's the one that can read the map and I have the map. So Jim Jar, you're closer. Yuck yuck. I'm gonna ask Yuck yuck. Hey, I noticed we're pretty close and we're pretty in the dark spot right now. Yeah. What will happen if I light up like just a light, not a match, illuminate a little bit?
You're asking this of Yuck Yuck?
Yes.
You're wanting to start a fire?
No fire. I have a crystal that will illuminate light, no burn.
Like
At this point,
he's talking like a foreign exchange agent.
at this
No
point,
burn.
Yuck Yuck looks at Jim Jar and rolls his eyes.
He's got a little crystal light kind of a deal.
If you say I can't,
Just-
I'll respect that.
Just
I'm
show him and then put it back.
You
Come on,
can.
make it easy.
You'll have to take the lead and be 100 feet ahead of us because that's very risky. And I'm not going to be able to collect my gold if me and my brother die.
respect.
Just keep your cool, man.
I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm gonna keep my cool. So ignore the bit about the light. Let's just power through this. You said we can get through this in a day. I'm gonna be good with a day. A day is good for me. I can go with a day. Okay, good.
Okay. Give me one sec here. We are going to have everyone. We're going to have you do a roll here.
Son of a bitch.
Just for point of order, Drax would be up with Spider Bait. Just going. So who's the big brother?
Your stone is not out, correct?
No, it's not. I was asking if I could take it out because
I'm just confirming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do me a favor. All of you, D20 highest is going to be my victim.
Shit.
2. You know, because this is such a.
Oh, I should roll for Drax. 10.
4.
Drax.
That's Drax. It's 10. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for Drax, do a D6 for me.
D6. Oh, Tay.
Oh, you said highest.
5.
Ooh.
Fuck. God damn it, Jay. Even when you're not here, you screw it. His spirit is strong.
Okay. So you make it. We'll say again, you're a few hours into this trip, and you really haven't covered a lot of distance because again, it has to be done very methodically, carefully, tactically. So you've gone, we'll say 500-600 feet, and so far nothing has happened other than you do feel another little bit of an uptick or a strengthening of the wind. What did I call it earlier?
The gust.
The gust
Yeah.
or the breeze. Is there like a direction it's coming from?
Yes, it's so you guys are, we'll say heading north. It's definitely coming from the.
So it's coming at us from a side though?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from our right side?
So
From
the
our right
direction
side.
you're traveling is coming from your right side. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you could, maybe everyone give me a perception check.
Ooh, okay.
Perception. Oh no. Oh. 16 for me.
20 for me.
Perception.
You got to roll for Drax too.
Oh.
Are you also rolling for Ingress?
No, he's
Oh.
natural
17.
20 for Drax.
Oh,
And
you
what'd
got
get?
lucky.
Jim Jar.
17.
Nice. Okay. So the good thing is the path you guys are taking is not necessarily like super difficult terrain. So your wits are still about you. You're paying very close attention to what's going on. This particular increase in the strength of this draft of air coming through seems to have caught Yuck Yuck and Spiderbait's attention. The smaller one. I want to say younger. The smaller one. His ears go rigid, and you see his head turn slightly to the right before kind of correcting himself and remaining focused ahead. Spiderbait, unfortunately, however, directly ahead of you, does one of these Johns. He looks directly to his right like this, and he starts like kind of shaking a little bit, and he turns back and like seems like he's kind of picked up his pace a little bit. You guys notice that is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have an Ingress look.
Ingress, look. What?
To the right.
Oh, okay.
And just relayed to me what he sees.
Okay. You didn't see anything.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Yuck Yuck, your bro up there looks a little nervous about that breeze. Is there something on the wind?
We should hurry.
Hurry. Okay.
We should hurry.
How much faster can we go without falling off?
We can go a little bit faster. And then at this point, another like strengthening of the gust comes through, and this one is particularly strong. And he says, "We need to go now." He points at you up ahead, says, "Birdman, pull out your stone. We need to go."
Question.
We're gonna stop there for right now.
Ah,
I'm so sorry. Oh my god. We'll be right back on the next one though. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh wow.
Let's go.